Hello everybody, welcome to my magnificent video in which we play Kapi's Rock and Roll. So this game is pretty cool because it is a speedrunner game, or as I like to call it, awesome fast-paced platformer. Wow. So I've played through this game in its entirety already, but essentially what's cool about this game is it has quite a few what just happened? It has quite a few abilities, or Kapi has quite a few abilities and fun things to have a good time with. And run around here, yoink, give me that, love to see it. Come up here. In general, it's a fun game. Other thing is, it's a collectathon with a timer, so it kind of means that you have to quickly move through levels and collect as much of these things as you possibly can before the time runs out. Much of these music notes and that type of stuff before the time runs out, so that you can do the magical thing I like to call hurry the heck up. Okay. Magical thing called get an S rank, because S rank means spectacular special, and we love spectacular special on this channel. But yeah, I guess I should probably talk about the movement, as in like what the controls are. You can roll. It's kind of like a Sonic spin dash, except you do it instantly. IS is kind of like the drop dash, but like I said, it's also continuous. So that makes it very helpful. Is that another player? I guess you can see other players. It's weird, I don't think I've ever seen that before. I've never seen another player like in the levels at the same time as me. I didn't know you could do that. I was gonna make a comment later in the video about how I'm a little sad you can't play with friends, but no, it looks like you absolutely can, and I was tripping. So let me just bonk, and here we go. Yeah. So, wow, look at the score screen. Wow, wow, wow. You love to see it. I did so good. I got an S rank. You love to see it. The treats are kind of hard to find. Oh, right, I forgot. I was talking about the movement. So, there's a few things you do. There is a roll. There's a super jump. When you roll and don't click any movement, roll jump. You can do that. There is a roll forward jump, roll long jump, as I call it, or roll jump, I don't know, it's kind of anything to call it, even though I guess this would just be called super jump, and this would be called roll jump. So, other than that, there also is a dash, an air dash, very, very fun. In fact, it is blue, just like the air dash in Sonic. You love to see it. I realize I'm comparing this game to Sonic a lot. I apologize, it's kind of just on my mind, and this gives me like the happiness that Sonic gives me. It gives me the vibes that Sonic gives me, you know, when he is rolling. So I guess that means that, you know, I guess that just means that kind of the whole thing with the game is that you want to try to do those type of moves in order to keep your momentum on the ground, but also in order to keep some of your momentum continuing into the air, but also the fact that it makes you go even faster than if you had gone super slowly regularly. That was a big, weird way of saying the game is good at its mechanics, and it works well. One gripe I do have with this game, and it is probably my only gripe, is the wall jumping. When you're in the moment and you're moving really fast, and I will admit this is probably just a skill issue, but if you're in the moment and you're going really fast, it is very easy to be very bad at the wall jumping mechanic, because essentially what you have to do to do the wall jump mechanic is when you're on a wall, like every other wall jump mechanic, and you jump when you're on the wall, you can wall jump. So only issue with that is if you're doing it continuously on one wall, it leads to some annoying effects where you will start to float mid like wall jump simply because of like the depth perception, which, you know, is not very fun. It's not very fun to know that, hold on, it's not very fun to know that I can literally just fall and die at any moment, or I can just start gliding and slowly have to slow down the entirety of my movement all the time, over and over and over again. I'll demonstrate it for you right here. If you just start spamming the jump button, you will start rolling in midair. And even when it looks like you're going to be on the wall, you won't be some other time. And this, like I said, is literally just a skill issue, I think. But it is an issue I found, so I don't know if it's a common issue with anyone else, but, you know, it is an issue for me. So, alright, let me yoink. Alright. But yeah, the way the game works, it's kind of difficult. It's kind of hard to, like, learn, like, being really good at it. But I'm not very good at video games, so, you know, my whole thing is, I would say, I love games that have easy entry. This game's design is not insanely easy for entry. Literally only in the progression, that's it. But what I like about the way they did it is you can do the first 3 levels pretty easily if you just kind of be pretty okay. Just be good. Don't be like great, but just be good. And you can get enough of the candy. You can get enough of the sweets and candy to move on to the next level. But if you just so happen to not be that great, you, like me, you will run into an issue once you get to the point where you need to unlock this level I'm doing right now. It is difficult to unlock this level because the amount of sweets you have to collect is quite a few. Pretty much like either 3/4 pretty much of the candy you have to get in every level. Which might not sound like a lot, but especially when you're on a timer, if you're trying to focus on both of these things, both the sweets and everything else, you will run into an issue that you are simply not fast enough. And that's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying that I have to be like much better like at the game, and I have to focus only on the sweets in each level and like barely scratch by in order to progress. But I don't know if I've said this about this topic, but that is literally a skill issue. That's all it is. And what I like about that, like I was starting to say, like about the way they did that, is it forces you to get better at the game. It forces you to play it more so you understand the mechanics, and so you're better at the game. I really appreciate that because it gave me the time to actually get good at the mechanics instead of me kind of just easily beating the game like right off the bat. And I appreciate games that aren't like a Mario game where you can kind of easily beat it with 0 difficulty without really having to do much of anything. And that's kind of it. You just beat it and you have no difficulty whatsoever, and you don't really have to learn how to get good, you know? And I just think that's kind of an annoying thing that I've noticed from a lot of the games I've been playing recently, is it's like if it's not easy enough, I almost don't even want to play it, you know, off rip, you know? But oh, I'm not gonna make the time, am I? Nope, just barely. But yeah, it forces you to get better, which I appreciate. This next level is, it lives up to its name. Forgot what it's called already, but what it is it is called a gauntlet. And I understand very well why it is called a gauntlet, because this level is quite difficult. It's right up there, as you can probably see by the spookiness of it. We're gonna jump up here. Alright, here it is. We got Hollow Hair's Ghoulish Gauntlet. This level is Painful. This level is painful. This level is painful. If you're like me and you love 100% in games, this is difficult. And I don't think I have the mental capacity to constantly try this over and over again until I 100% it. I think it is not going to happen. I don't think I'm going to 100% it. Just getting the amount I got was down to the wire, dude. It was so close. Like, it was horrible. And making dumb mistakes like I just did cost you an immense amount of time, especially if you make a lot of them and they start adding up. So enemies like this I try to avoid sometimes, but it's like, well, I do want the extra candy, you know? But it is something where it's like, do you want to focus on the candy, or do you want to do levels as quickly as possible? As you can tell, I am focusing a lot on the candy, because I want to try to get a higher candy amount than I did last time. But what's difficult is I am running out of time on this guy who gives you an extra big amount of candy. So if I do that, come over here, roll down on that guy, and grab that. Alright, the only issue with what I just did is I probably don't have enough time to finish now. I'm going to be honest, I probably don't have enough time. I don't have enough time to finish the level now. So instead of collecting anything, I'm going to speed run this next section, because I do want to at least beat the level. I don't want to, oh my god. I don't want to have this slow, horrible, I don't know, I'm just yapping, I'm sorry. Alright, here we go. Thank you, give me that. Give me that. Alright, go. Go. Nope, you're not getting me. Alright, go. Grab that. Alright. Okay, come on. Okay, it's fine. That didn't work. Alright. Oh, I have 32 seconds. Oh, I'm cooked. I'm actually cooked. I'm screwed. Oh, I'm rushing, dude. I'm rushing. Okay, I got this. I got this. I got this. Oh, it's down to the wire, man. Alright, it's not down to the wire. I had a little more time. But even then, I had to, like, skip the whole level with 9 seconds remaining because I dilly-dallied in the early levels. Given the fact it's not one big level, it makes it so it's a little difficult to gauge how much like actual time you have. But once you do it once, you should be able to gauge it a little better. But it is difficult in the fact that there are actual enemies that like attack you and stuff, which is kind of weird. Which I've never really seen before, honestly. Like in other levels, there aren't any enemies that can attack you, which is kind of strange. Thank you everybody for watching the video. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you didn't like it, dislike the button. There's a dislike button. You can click it. Didn't you know that? You can click the dislike button. That's what I said for if you didn't like this button. Yeah! If you have any comments, comment down below. It would be greatly appreciated. And with that out of the way, I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. And I am out. Peace.